YouTube のもうみんな分かってますよね、リンク。
あ、そうだ。
大丈夫かね。Alright, cool. まあ今普通にライブになってるはず。しんじ音楽は
YouTube どっから見れる？
今から送ります。リンク。
YouTube。
YouTube のもうみんな分かってますよね、リンク。あれなんでまた聞こえるのこれ。あれこれか。I had the thing open.
So,
alright, so the audio on the YouTube is fine. It's good.
Cool. How about, do you put on the Spotify playlist?
Right now?
Yes. Let's have it going on the whole time in the background.
Okay.
And I'll put the link to the YouTube. But just be careful if you watch the YouTube clip while you're on Zoom, it's gonna like echo and stuff. But
Yeah.
はい。
Damn, Tech.
You
joined today too?
I was just drawing all day anyway.
How's the sound on Spotify music? どう聞こえる？超低い？高い？
低いかも。
うん、ちょっと大きく。
ちょっと大きく。
グラントも見てるよ。YouTube の方で。
パーフェクトじゃない。どうですか？
高い。
ナイス。
ちょっと静かにした方がいいかな。
OK。
チャットのところに。
URL どこ？
はい、リンク送りました。Zoom の方で。
あ、これか。
メガネが刺さらない。
Alright.
気持ちはわかる。
刺さらないとは。
9 p.m. だよ。
始まりましたね。
9:02. Let's started.
Yay, started. Finally.
もうだんだん。
皆さん、
feels
こん
like
ばんは。
こんばんは。どうもどうも。We've been meeting up so often, it's starting to feel like a real house party. where am I at? So,
どうやってやるの？そしてなんでこんなしないの？
oh, Pax is here. Sick.
すごい YouTube 見てるけどめっちゃ今玉木が皆さんこんばんはって言ったのが聞こえる。本当と。
皆さん、こんばんは。
Grant says Kampai on YouTube. Kampai Grant. Where's my camera at? Yeah.
なんでいきなり充電できなくなった？
Tag, how you been, man? Decent? Is Pax here? Nice. What's up? Shinji, how's Iwakuni?
Damn, I didn't know you were gonna be talking to me.
Yeah, I'm talking to you now, man.
Alright, I'm good, man.
Tamaki's getting set up.
Why is it working?
Are you still on lockdown in your own house?
Yeah, 1 more week to go. But it's good.
Halfway ね。
So, halfway through.
Nice.
Hey, Tamaki.
Hi.
How often are you doing the IG stuff? IG Live.
IG？
毎日1回って感じ？ IG ライブするの。
IG ライブ？IG ライブ。いや。なんか暇になった時だけ。
じゃあ毎日や
When
な。
I feel bored. when I feel, when I want to feel human beings.
Fair enough.
Like you use like 2 accounts, right? And sometimes I find you doing like YouTube stream and Instagram live for your big account and sometimes your private account. Like how do you like decide which one to choose?
Who's the real
Which one
Tamaki?
to choose?
Yeah. Cause like yesterday you were playing guitar for your small account.
That's like I have 2 accounts. Tamaki Tiffany, as you know, Tamaki Tiffany and Tamaki Matsumoto. And Tamaki Tiffany is more like she has
She.
Who
she
is
has
this woman?
more funky personality,
Mhm.
and I always post like I always post things that I thought it was funny or like irony when I found irony in anything, and or when I sing, then I will post on Tamaki Tiffany. Then Tamaki Matsumoto is like a more classy Tamaki.
Classy Tamaki.
Yeah. And I had like a hair modeling pictures on it, or I don't know. Yeah, so it's more like a official thing. Yes.
The gray one is with Tamaki Tiffany, right? Like Life Sucks one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the fun one.
I can do more freely, you know.
And I was blown away because I remember, I think when me and Shinji were on there was like, or no, me and Miles, there was like 400, 500 people on there. Sugoi ne.
Thank you.
Atsumaru ne.
Atsumaru ne.
But how did you start that from, like, you want to perform for people or just like hang out and talk to people?
That's hard. I don't know. I just like more performing in front of the people.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's hard. I always just copying someone's song. You know? I don't really make the songs.
Right.
Since when I was a high school student, I haven't, you know, I don't know the grammar. Didn't make any songs since high school graduate. But you know, I actually making original songs.
Oh, you started making
Right.
original songs?
Yeah.
Nice.
Started to write songs with Inoue Kota. He's a guitarist, and I don't know. Yeah.
What's the vibe of the songs? Is it kind of like
We had like two songs in totally different vibes. And one song is like a more angry and like on fire and everything, and the another one is like more spring vibes or chill vibes. So don't miss it, but don't expect too much.
No, I'm sure it's gonna be awesome. Ambi, what have you been up to? We've seen all the crazy please don't throw your love away masks and stuff.
I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
So Ambi, what have you been up to? Everyone's been using those PD masks.
The
Please Don't Throw Your Love
filter?
Away. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you make those?
Like Shinji asked me to. Actually, like he wanted to make one, but he couldn't download the like software I'm using. It's called like Spark AI,
Okay.
and then he couldn't do it. So I just have the software, and then he sent me some, please don't throw love away logo or whatever,
Right.
and I'll just put it into my what is it, like AR thingy, and I'll just make it.
When did you?
It's hard to explain it
That
without
sounds super
showing
complicated.
you.
Have you always been doing that?
I just started like 3 months ago or something, but at the time I could only do like pop up little thingy around here or something like that, and then put some sparkles or whatever. But then Shinji sent me some videos about like tutorials of making mask or like glasses thingy.
Oh,
So I'll just put it like this.
Wow, typical Shinji. Tells everyone else to do the work for him. This guy, man. This guy. But you said like what, like how many people have been using them now or looking at them?
About like 600 people using it.
Wow.
That's so
Dang,
crazy.
that's hella heads. That's lit.
What's up? What?
Like,
Sneak
whose
attack
voice is
Miles.
that?
Yo, what up, what up? Hi.
What's up,
Hi.
Miles?
Greetings, greetings.
Where's Miles at?
How's everyone? Good?
Hey,
Good.
guy.
We're
How
solid.
How you been? What are you doing? Alright, maybe he's been muted. Anyway, back to Tamaki. So you've been like super patient with us as always. Like all the crazy things that we try to do, you're always there helping out. And you also help us out playing music.
I can't really
Oh,
hear you.
You can't hear me? Let me put my mic a little bit. Is that better? Hello? Testing, maybe? Maybe it's better?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, yeah, there was every time we do an event, every time we like hang out as a crew or whatever, you're always there from the beginning until end helping out.
Yeah.
And like, why do you help us out? You have you could be anywhere doing
That's
anything
a hard
you want.
question,
All the
but
time.
the thing is that when I first met Shunji, that was like, I don't know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Where's the Shunji? Shunji, where are you? Oh, fuck. Oh, me. That's like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I don't remember.
Right.
But anyway, he started like a small. How do I say like a small skateboard brand, and then he created the Please Don't Throw Your Love Away brand, and then I thought, I can't really explain, but this is different. I thought this is different. Like he's different.
Right.
He makes music like it's hard to explain, but anyway.
And that's love.
But I mean, that's pretty.
Yes, love.
I
mean,
it's different, so that's
you've
why I
definitely,
follow him.
You've definitely had like even with your professional background, all your experience, you've met a lot of different kinds of people. From what I understand, you've worked in like the entertainment industry. You're really good at like reading people and understanding like the energy or the vibe. And yeah, so I guess he must be a good one because if you're working with him, then you must be half decent. But so okay, so you were doing. I guess you kind of started working pretty early on, doing like music and entertainment and stuff, and then you kind of found your own pace. Now you're discovering music, learning about this whole like creative vibe in I guess Tokyo. And now you're making your own music finally, which is super awesome too. Yes. And then seeing your IG lives and everything, like playing music seems to be becoming more and more of an important part of like what you do. Was there a big change that made you go more serious, or?
Since when I can remember, I love the music a lot. Like I love everything about music. So that's why I wanted to start to build a career as a singer, but I couldn't because I was doing an acting and stuff. Right. I was a little, and I started to what's it called again? Voice actor.
Yeah.
Voice actress, and then someone told me like maybe you should just sing and stuff, and then I just fuck it, I'll do it. And then
Tamaki style, fuck it.
And I made the album and I released the album, and I think that around time I realized singing is my part of my life. That's why I keep doing it, and I keep performing in front of other people to send the energy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Was there like, are you, of course now with the craziness that's happening, you can't like perform as probably as much as you want to or go out and do things at all. How have you been dealing with that energy? Like, is it mostly just been in IG? Are you singing to yourself in your room more than before? Or?
Like right now, I've been singing all day. That's like a every day. But when I'm tired of listening to my songs, I start to IG
Right.
live thing, and then communicate with so many amazing people and feel the energy, and then sending back to the people. That's like a circle.
What feels better, being on the stage or being in the audience?
They send me energies, and then I send energy to back.
Do you like being on stage and performing more, or do you like being in the audience and experiencing the music more?
I like both, but I feel like in front of the people, I kind of scared and nervous. So, but still, なんて言うんだろう. Like their energy, I can feel their energy. So I like being on a stage, I guess.
Nice. But you know Tamaki way better than I do. You have any good questions for her? Or things you've been thinking about? How did you guys meet?
How did we?
Yeah.
It's so weird. Can I talk about it? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, when I'm at school and eating lunch with my friend, it was like very first semester of freshman year, and then she just suddenly walked to me. Like, I knew her because she's in my class, which is very small class.
Right.
And then we have like 2-day camp thingy for freshmen. So I think I talked to her once or something.
Right.
But we were not like a friend till then. And then she talked to me suddenly like, hey, like we wearing something really similar. That I was like, well, I don't think so. But she was like, our dress is like so similar. So I was like, okay, yeah. Oh, you must be Tamaki, right? And then she says like, hey, let's take pictures. So I was like,
so she was stalking you,
okay.
basically.
It was like
I'm
very
so weirdo.
I mean, it was like an awkward moment, but thanks to your move, and we could be friends. So it was really nice.
Yeah,
But it was awkward and weird.
yeah, that was awkward and weird and shit, but
it was sweet.
yeah, we
And
were
that-
cute.
And that was you go to the same university then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we are in the same graduation thesis class, so
What are you guys studying?
go to school together, and we just go to class together, everything together.
Fair enough. Nice. All right. So is there today, are we gonna be blessed with some Tamaki music?
Oh, yeah?
Maybe. No. Shinji, is that in the schedule? Do we have time? Cool.
Starting the music.
Yes, please, if you would.
Yeah.
What are you playing today? Guitar? Ukulele. Nice.
Ukulele.
Nice.
What are you gonna play?
I'm thinking I love you. I wish you're gay mashups. Yeah.
ハッピーバースデーってどんな感じ？いや、冗談しました。すいません。
Birthday?
Is it someone's birthday today?
いや、冗談しました。すいません。すいません。
Whose birthday is it?
Don't be shy.
All right, I guess that means you're up.
Okay. 誕生日おめでとうだって。Happy birthday. is quite alright. I need you, baby. The only something I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say I love you, baby. And if it's quite alright, I need you, baby. Doing this only night. I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say.
Yay.
Yay!
That was awesome.
Okay. Baby, I don't feel so good. 6 words you never understood. I never let you go. 5 words you never said. I laugh and laugh like nothing's wrong. 4 days has never felt so long. If there's a crowd, then 2 is eyes, 1 slipped away. I just wanna make you feel okay, but all you do is look the other way. I can't tell you how much I wish I didn't wanna stay. Ba-da-da-da. I just kinda wish you were okay. Is there a drill zone we're not through? Is there a drill step just for you? Our conversations all in blue, 11 haze, hey, hey, hey. Then fingers building on my head, 9 times you never made it fit. I had more than 7 and 6 minutes away. How am I supposed to make you feel okay when all you do is walk the other way? I can't tell you how much I wish I didn't wanna stay. Ba-da-da-da. I just kinda wish you were okay. To spend my pride, to give you lack of them just an explanation. Say I'm not your type, to say that I'm not your preferred to sexual orientation. I'm so selfish, but you make me feel helpless. I can stand another day, stand another day. I just wanna make you feel okay, but all you do is look the other way. I can't tell you how much I wish I didn't wanna stay. I just kinda wish you were okay. I just kinda wish you were okay. Yay!
Yay. Man, that was
Wow,
good.
wow.
I know you can play ukulele as well.
Oh yeah, thank you.
What can't you do? The amazing tamaki.
What?
Oh, I just said the amazing tamaki. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Always, thank you.
No, thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you. So we were supposed to also be joined by Ren today, with Ren. But I think he had some other things that he had to take care of. So you guys are just stuck with me, I think, for the next 10 minutes as I, for the first time in my life, try to explain how to do something that I don't know how to do. So, one more round of applause for Tamaki, please. And shout out Teg, we're working on the second phase of his big. How big was that again? Like 4 A4s? 3.
Oh,
Got
it's
it.
mute. 4, 3.
4A3. Sorry, it was on mute.
A3. Got it. All right. So I'm not sure if you guys have seen which one is it? This thing that I've been trying to work on. How many of you guys have used one of these before? No, none, 0. All right, then maybe I'll sound smarter than I am. Okay, so basically it's like a sampler, so you can record audio into it and assign it to different things, the buttons to different things, and then play it back. So you basically get to steal other people's amazing music and then pretend like it's yours. That's how I look at it. So like a quick example, you can also put sounds in and make it like this might be loud, but okay. So you can make it like a drum pad. So each one of these things can hold any sound you want.
It's a way of thinking.
You can put in like any kind of recording you want. You can put in like a sound bite or whatever. So you basically just play a song on Spotify or YouTube and hit record and record the piece of the song that you want. And when you have everything together, I wonder where that thing is. Hold on a second. Let me try to find it. Yeah. So if you get all the pieces together, I'll show you what you can kind of, I guess, mix to make it sound like it's your music. So this is from Dreaming of Screaming, the Dozing Crew. And I just took a bunch of the clips from their song and put it into this. So I'll play it in a little bit lower volume so I can explain over it. So I took the opening part, and then I just loop this on one button. So can you hear it when it like cuts and goes back again? So what's cool about the 404 is that you can basically put like an hour's worth of music on one button if you wanted. But it really teaches you how to like clip, and then if you want to go to the next piece, you just hit that at the same time. So I'm going to keep this on, and then I'm going to go into my sample of Rihanna's song. Okay. So I just matched it up with the last one, and then I can go to the next chorus by turning these off and going to the next one. So it makes me sound like I'm awesome at music when it's all I can do. All you have to do to learn is timing, that's all. So it's pretty much just like a DJ. And you can put this onto your SD card or whatever, which is really nice too. And it runs on battery. And the other thing that's cool about this is you can manipulate it with some sound features here on the right side. If I should zoom in a little bit. Does that help or hurt? Oh boy. Hold on. Wait. Alright, let me try to move some of this out of the way. Oh god, this is going horribly. God, hold on. Alright, I'll just keep it the way it was. So on the top side here, there's a bunch of different effects. So, like one that's isolator is really easy. You basically get to manipulate all the highs and lows. So I'll bring up the lows, and you just hear like the bass, right? Or I'll just bring up the highs. So if you were like trying to start the song, you can bring it up like this. And then you just get to switch it over again whenever you want. So I'll show you once, or try to show you sampling in real time, and hopefully it won't be too horrible. So I'll start on a blank bank now. So all 12 of these are now mine. So they're all blank. And I'll go into Spotify now, and I'll play Red October, their song again. So if I hit play, you'll hopefully hear this. Can you guys hear that? Yeah? So as it starts from the very beginning, I'm going to hit record here. And now it's blinking and showing me all the blank banks that I have to record something onto. And remember, you can have this, you can put your vocals into it. you can say whatever you want, and it's going to record anything here. But it's all about timing. But because this is the very beginning of the track, I want to make sure that the timing is right. So I'm going to hit cancel really quickly, and there's a function to automatically trigger it when it hears sound come in. So I'm going to hold function, and I'm going to hit auto trig level. I'm going to put it on 1, which is just like a very sensitive setting. And then I hit record. So now it's remembered that. And I'm going to hit record once more, and it's asking where do I want to record it to, and I'm going to put 1. And then I hit record. And now it says ready. Oh, it's recording because my voice. My bad. I'm going to be quiet and try again. Sorry, that didn't work. Because I'm talking, it's also hearing the input from my voice. So I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. So delete that one really quickly. Hit delete, delete, delete. And now record. All of them are blank. And I'm going to hit play at the same time as I hit record here. So select 1 and 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now hopefully if I'm right, the loop will be perfect, but it rarely is. So I'm going to play it back for you now. That's not bad. So now it's just looping over and over again. So I'll hit stop real quick. And so now we have like the first chunk of that song. So now if we go back to the original song, I think. Oh gosh, sorry. This one. Yeah. So imagine I went through the entire track of their of the song, and I picked out the best pieces that I want, and now I can rearrange them however I feel like. So yeah, so that's the first part again, and I went through and found some other music at the same BPM, and that's how I matched it up to Rihanna. So I'm just gonna play it through for you, my like chopped version, without any effects. So it should only take like a minute. Here we go.
I'll tear you apart, bitch, flying on my stars, dropping missiles without guidance. I don't need a pilot, vision ultraviolet. I proceed in violence, tear your throat out, watch you scream in silence. Start a war in a second. This is literal, a literal, conjure up a new weapon. Just escaped the dungeon, now I'm finna fucking check. I'm detecting the best, so wouldn't never ever guess.
I can't remember which one is the next one. We'll see. I think it's this one. So now I could like line up the next song if I wanted, and I'll just push a random one to show you the next like bank. So yeah, that's basically how you break down the song, and then you can add on all the different filters to manipulate it and kind of sound like you're in a DJ set. So I'll take you through a few of the samples or the effects that are in this unit. Okay, so I'll just loop this and we can hear over it. So the FX menu is here, and there's 24 in total, and you get to cycle through all of them from here. If it's more than 12, you have to use the knob. If it's less than 12, you can just push the effect that you want. So we'll hit, so this is a reverb. And you can basically control the levels of each effect up here. So I'll turn it off, and we'll go to, what's a good one? BPM looper. So basically you have to then learn how to choose what values you want and what timing you want to play it at to affect how the song plays. And another one that is pretty popular for lo-fi music is vinyl noise. So it introduces like fake vinyl noise into the song. So that is Jimmy's shitty.
All pre-made.
What's that?
My bad. So is
No,
it
please.
all pre-made effects, or can you like patch them up or change them?
These ones are all pre-made. It does have MIDI in and mic in and RCA in, so you can put in a patch.
Could you show the inputs and outputs? Like,
Sure.
I don't mean to be rude.
No, please. This is why I'm doing it. So we have 2 RCAs sets, one in and out. We have MIDI in as well, which means you could sync in like a synthesizer or something and get the timing from that, or the triggering from that for the pads. On this side, it has another 1/4 inch. I'm not sure if you can see it. I should probably check my feed. Where am I? Yeah. It has one more input jack here, and then it has output for headphones. And what's really nice about this is it has a SD card up to 32 gigs, I think, which means, and it has a pretty primitive software behind it too, but you can basically digitally set all the sounds that you want on your computer and have all the timings perfect and assign them to your pads on your computer. So you don't have to do the analog way of sampling like I was doing before, which is pretty cool. And it's lightweight, runs on batteries as well, 6 AA batteries. It lasts for like 7 hours, which is pretty nice. But like you said before, it's all the effects here are built in, which is okay. But most of the time when people use this, it's for like live shows when they have a predetermined set, so they make all their great music at home, and they can just add a little bit of flavor when they get into a club or a live show or something. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm super new into music. Where's my... This is basically what I started on. It's a pocket operator, PO33, which is more or less a small version of this. But yeah, this is how I keep myself entertained these days. You can check out my Instagram for some shitty beats or mixes. But yeah, that's about it for me. Any other questions? I highly doubt I have the answer to them.
You said it's like working on battery. Is there also like a power cord you can like externally put inside?
Yeah, it comes with a power cord. I'm running on Amazon like rechargeable batteries. So there's 6 AA in there, and it runs for like between 5 and 7 hours. And then of course it has a plug that comes with it. All in, it's a little bit expensive though. They don't make this anymore. It's like $400 USD ish, but you can get them used for like 300. But the nice thing about this one is it has an SD card in it. So if you are a real producer and you know exactly what you want to play, and you don't want to waste your time with like analog input sampling, it's a pretty nice kit to have. Yeah. Any other questions? Cool. All right. Well, that was it. That was the first time I did that, and I don't think I'll ever do it again. That was really hard and nerve-wracking. I'm not a natural performer. Respect, Tamaki. For sure.
Dope.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just a master class. That was so sick.
Oh, you gotta get... this is definitely way easier to wrap your mind around than this pocket operator thing. This is more for like synthesizer nerds and electronic junkies that really love the details of music and like experimental, I made a mistake but it sounds awesome kind of music. At least that's how I see it. This one is a bit more back to the roots of just learning how to make rhythm and timing and understanding the way music flows as far as like beats and measures and BPM and all other fun stuff, which I'm sucking at right now, but I'm trying to get better. Cool. Okay. Yay. Okay. I'm gonna take this camera away from me. That's better. So that said, I think we got I don't think we got permission from Dozing to show their music video. Has anyone seen the Tokyo Drift one? No?
Yep.
Yes? Maybe? Alright, well, maybe we can watch it as a family. A second. Let me bring it up real quick. What computer is it on? Maybe it's best to show it here. Yeah, I'll put it on my computer. Is Tamaki still pinned? Oh, I can do that. Never mind. Good. 1 second. Let me find it real quick. And let's see if how our bandwidth is for streaming all this stuff. I'm wondering if this is gonna blow everyone's earphones out. Okay. So I'm gonna try to share my screen and play it, and we'll see what happens. Share screen. Can everyone see Ocean's face? Okay, let's see how the audio goes. Maybe put your ear away for a second. I'll put the volume low in the beginning. Here we go.
Tokyo 2020. Dotto Kai. Teddy Robinson. Hey Dotto. Ikuzo. Oh yeah. 打つ管理のためひたして寄せなければダメコンビニの酒外で飲んでパーティー遊んで人生を急げ Smoke but I don't choke Promise by the skin of my teeth to the rope that make that body float in the air get choked if you near finna grab a pint of Guinness make you blow disappear
Well you move like a Fiat Chrysler On ice and splice DNA like a viper Full scope no sniper So smooth when I talk water glide when I walk no windshield wiper Is it cool if I hop in your cipher Klondike beer market, I'm in the quit positions winning. I see you geeking and shirt down.
Might hit that booty, but don't want her on my stupid, ain't her asphalt. I just got a new girl, wine with the bath salts. Still get my feet wet, rap game on reset. Inside on lockdown, might bust out with the Corvette.
I don't like you, no synonym. Need my money all wired like Ritalin. Got a coffin, it might put you in coffins. You need a vitamin. Waiting in the government offer to pay my rent again. They're giving me stimulants when I'm chilling on sedatives. Shifting the Shibuya, the engine hitting the red a bit. When I'm at the crib, kicking back like ain't no other isolation looking any sicker.
I just bought a bike. Huh? No punchline. Run through the streets like Tokyo. It's lunchtime. If I really burn rubber, then it's brunch time. Shawty, here go mimosa on me. Nola, Miss Rona, my vitamin C. Caught on the cliff like we parted the sea. Dive in the pool with that wet EDP.
Never been real than this. Steady robs, they got kindness, bitch. We should've kept our side, but we live for the shit. Think I got my first head to Tokyo drift. 10 years still here with the glam and the glit. With the whole rap game on my shoulder. Call me Cypher, in every cipher. Fucking this shit up, ED's going hyper. All you fucking rappers need
I just realized we weren't watching the screen, so my bad. You have to watch it from my screen. We'll do it again at the end. Yay! So that was the dozing crew being wild as usual. Or no, not dozing. Well, parts of dozing. Ocean, Teddy, and Austin. I'm not sure what his musician name is, but yeah, they killed it. Whew. All right. So what else is there to talk about? Shinji, you gotta put some words in, man. You're part of this, man. Get in here. Wait, was that me? Alright, so I guess I have to be the shitty MC then, since Shinji's gonna keep hiding in his room. Tech, how's it going over there with the illustration? Thumbs up. All right, thanks for saving me for.
Going well.
How much is left? Do you think?
A lot.
Is that like a
I'm still gonna do like a hat, and then I've got to color it as well, and do the rest of the shading of the body. So it goes lower than the screen, so you can't see the rest of it. But it should be done by tomorrow, maybe.
Are you gonna like digitally ink it, or do you digitally ink stuff, or do you always paint it?
I think I'm gonna try it digitally first, just to see if it works out nicely.
Right.
And if I like it, then I'll do it on the paper as well.
Nice.
So let's see how it goes now.
That's usually how it goes. Looks dope so far, though. Oh, we have
Yo, did the model follow you?
He didn't follow me yet, but he hasn't seen he hasn't seen this one yet.
Oh, okay.
We say he followed you?
After, so basically, I'm doing 3 pieces, and all of them are going to be based on him. So after all of it is done, I'm just going to send it to him and see what he says.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was pretty cool how he like responded though. I was like, oh shit, nice. So,
wait, what happened?
He like
it's like a famous Korean guy or something, or what?
in the post that I did, and like he commented and like replied to the story and everything. And I was like, oh, nice.
Wow, sick.
He's so nice.
Cool.
No.
It like took me by surprise, but I was like, what the fuck?
Are you? Is it a guy from like a Korean drama or something, or a boy band or something?
No, it's just some like random Korean YouTuber that was
okay.
like came up on my YouTube page, like randomly, and I was like, okay, cool, I like his vibe, I'm gonna draw him. So that was pretty much it.
Sick.
But like the way that I find people to draw, usually I just use like the Instagram explore page, and if I like the picture, if I like the kind of vibe, I'm like, oh, I can draw that. I'm gonna try to draw that.
Nice.
Pretty much.
Sick. It's paying off. I guess those important people are seeing it, right? Can at least one of us hurry up and get famous and rich so we can all just hang out at your house? Just somebody, please. There's got like 6 people in here at least. No, 10. Come on, we gotta. Oh man. All right, I want to know. This is kind of grim, but I want to know everyone's prediction to how long this is gonna last. The Corona thing, not your drawing. I'm sure you'll finish your drawing on time.
Yeah.
What's your prediction, Tag?
Summer, I think.
Summer?
Yeah, like I was supposed to go to Korea next month, and I got the airline told me yesterday that the trip, like the flight's been cancelled. So.
Wow. Oh yeah, I think you posted that, right? Dang.
Yeah, so summer, I think. Maybe August, September.
Like everything back to normal kind of stuff, or just Japan, or what? Because I know America's gonna be
just Japan. America's going shit crazy right now, so.
America just decided. I think next week we're opening up Texas again, just to be normal, like nothing is happening. Why not?
Oh shit.
Tamaki, what's your guess? As you chow down.
I'm reading, I'm sorry.
Sorry, we'll go to the next person.
I'm eating chicken, I'm sorry.
Ambi. Tamaki's living her best life. Ambi, what's your prediction? When do things go back to normal in Japan?
September.
September? Yeah, I think I'm vibing with you. Well, not that I want that to happen, but I think like September, November.
So you guys are all in Japan, right? I'm the only one who's not.
We're in Germany.
Is
Were
that
you
right?
Yes.
I'm in Germany, right?
Oh, nice.
How's Germany?
So Yakuni, how's Japan? So.
Japan?
It's not like lockdown.
Japan is like.
Yeah, we cannot do like completely lockdown thingy just like America because like government has to pay for everyone. They don't want to pay. So they just say like, oh, you have to stay home, but we're not gonna be like punished or something even if we go out. So
I think
it's, like,
sorry.
dozo.
I think in like Japan, they can't legally enforce it like they do in like America or in like Singapore and England like that, because it's just not written in their laws after the war.
Right.
So they literally can't physically do a lockdown.
Right.
Just strong recommendations.
Yeah, we have like, at least in my neighborhood in Kanagawa, we had like police and helicopters with speakers telling everybody to go inside and be careful.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, but generally in Japan,
I saw you once on your story, like asking why the fuck they're like flying around and like telling people.
I thought, to be honest,
it was the announcement. I was like, I don't understand.
I seriously thought it was the truck
like
that tells you like, oh yeah, throw away your fridges and your TVs, we don't care. And then I was like, why is he talking about coronavirus? And then I looked outside and it was a helicopter. But generally in Japan, at least my impression is everyone is just living normally. like a little bit too normally. And I think people don't think that they'll get sick. Like, oh, it's Japan, we'll be fine. And then when someone gets sick, they kind of just disappear.
When did the first changes actually come? So like the first visible changes in Japan, when like you in Japan were like, okay, no, maybe this is becoming a serious issue here.
I'd say like for me,
so
like maybe last week when the convenience store started putting plastic sheets in front of the cashiers, even though it's totally half-assed. That was the only, and then people like not going to Shibuya as much, like it's not as busy as before, but other than that, everything is completely normal for people who don't care about their safety, I think.
Yeah, so I can tell you quite something about Germany, but I was interested in what was happening in Japan because like you can read it like on the media and everything, and then I see like friends stories or posts on Instagram or other social media, and I'm like 普通に生活するじゃん。
普通に
like nothing really changed over there, and here in Germany I think it was around March, like last month, the beginning of last month, when like I think around that time Italy shut down its borders too, and people were like they were not allowed anymore to leave the house. Like in none of the cases. So like other countries in Europe, they were like, okay, like maybe shit is going down now, we have to change too. And then we had I think y'all know Merkel, Angela Merkel, like the the head of Germany. I don't know what the thing is called.
Yeah.
And then she made like a speech on YouTube. It was actually live, and the whole country could see it. It was on YouTube. It was on the TV and everything. And then she was talking about the law that changed. So here what actually changes, like in Japan, Germany is like you have small なんて言うんだろう。Like Tokyo Ken toka Chiba Ken, you have the same thing in Germany too, like different
prefectures,
areas or something like that. And like you have the law for the whole country, and you have the law for each area, and each area can like decide it for itself as long as it is like okay with the law of the country. And so like restaurants and shit like that, they are all closed down since March, I guess. And like until further notice, they're not even allowed to open anymore. So everyone who's got like a huge restaurant and everything, which became also an issue because like many people couldn't pay the rent afterwards because they couldn't open their shops. And they didn't have any customers anymore, and they couldn't pay the fees for I don't know what, like taxes and everything. So many went broke or jobless because of that too. And school closed down, uni closed down. I think that was similar to Japan maybe too. That was like one of the things they did at least maybe.
Yeah, school's been closed for a while. Yeah, like 2 months maybe now. Yeah.
So like you guys actually had the schools and unis and everything closed down too, like here, but like not everything else. Like in Germany, since March you can't go out. Like if you go inside the train or the bus, like you won't see no person. You can't even go buy a ticket anymore if you go like inside a bus or something like that.
Well, in Japan, it's the trains are full, the buses are full. People are going to work. And there's actually a lot of people, at least like I'm a little bit in the country, like in Kanagawa, but there are just people all over the rivers, like people outside having fun, doing barbecues. Like it feels like like the 80s or something. Everyone's outside playing sports and stuff. It's terrible, but kind of nice, but terrible.
So that's a funny thing because like here, at least in the area I live in, we're still allowed to go out. But like in public, you only you're only allowed to meet like one other person. If you're more than two persons, you may pay a fee like from 200 to 300 euro, I guess.
Whoa. No, we don't.
And
we
if
don't
you
have
like
that.
meet up with certain people, and like arrange something like an exhibition right here or a meeting at a public place, then you can pay up to like 5,000 euro as a fee or something like that, and that even happened.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's also the thing, like people do go out and there's a lot of people who like don't mind the rules or don't mind the law, but we have like it's a post-apocalyptic movie, like the streets are empty and at some points like people are in hiding, meeting up like secretly, and then you have like huge police convoys driving around the city and like looking for people like don't like breaking the rules or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. When you say it like that, then Japan is 100% normal. Nothing has changed. We don't, right? Like, I don't feel like if I go outside, I'm gonna get arrested or bothered by anybody. No? Am I the only one? Pretty normal? No? Am I the only one? Alright, I guess I'm the only one.
Wait, what? I missed that, sorry. You said?
I was just saying how compared to Germany, which is pretty much like a lockdown state now, Tokyo feels pretty free. Pax, what's up? Oh, he muted again. I mean, you guys going out for like groceries and stuff? Like once a day or something? Or how are you guys getting out? How often do you leave the house?
I bought lots of frozen. I went to Costco last week.
Yeah.
I did too.
And like I just stocked up on a lot of frozen, and then yeah, I just been at home chilling, going out when I need to.
Costco doing like a prime hour for seniors.
Oh, seriously?
I don't know if there's like a I don't know if they've got that at the moment, but at the moment they're only letting in people with membership cards. So like if you don't have a membership card or you're a guest, then you can't go in.
Oh, no shit. Wow. That's like
so like I
80%
had to,
of
like usually I use my friend's card and I go as a guest, but then I had to buy membership because they put the rule in and I was like shit. But yeah.
Is anyone else like using?
Another question I may throw in is like, I went like doing groceries a lot because I have like two parents and they can't go for themselves, and like also dangerous thing, you know, with all this corona stuff and people being paranoid and everything. But like the issue we have here in Germany, and I think it's like in a lot of other European countries also, like if you go shopping, you can't. I think you saw that like as a meme or something. You can't seem to find like toilet paper or certain products that just like sold out because people just garbage on them. Is that in Japan like similar?
Sold out stuff
too.
Alcohol. Well, no, everything actually is coming back now. Like not rubbing alcohol. Like disinfectant stuff and masks are all starting to come back, right?
I don't see any masks
but every time it comes back, there's people fighting.
Well, in the country over here in Yokohama, we have mask and alcohol. Well,
really?
spray alcohol.
Dude, I mean Kawasaki. People still fighting.
They're still fighting in Kawasaki. They're always fighting in Kawasaki, man. You're the hood, man.
I mean, I live in Fujisawa, but I don't see any mask. Like, if the store started to sell masks and there's a long line for like 50 people or whatever.
How's it?
It's really hard to get one.
I was gonna ask Shinji what it's like in Iwakuni, but he hasn't left his house in like 10 days. So.
I don't know what's going on outside, man. I've been stuck in my house.
He's just like, outside? What's that?
I don't know.
It's like a bird box.
Sleeping on his skateboard.
Pax can tell us what New York is like.
Yeah, man. Pax, how's New York, man? What's up?
It's so bad. I work in Daiso, and we ran out of masks in like 1 hour, and all these old like Korean ladies would come in and just start yelling at me like every day for not having masks.
Just straight to you.
I don't know what they're saying either. I just know they're yelling at me in Korean.
That's just funny.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, I can't help you.
And it's still the same.
It's pretty bad right now. Like Daiso actually closed for
no
like another 4 weeks. So I'm out of a job right now, and lots of people are out of jobs. Like the only jobs people can have is like being delivery drivers, chefs, or working in groceries.
Yeah.
And then obviously healthcare.
I'm out of a job too,
But-
so I feel you on that one, bro.
Yeah, bro, it sucks.
Why do you think I'm here with all this? But what else? How's that? Just regular life in New York, though. Besides work stuff, is it like you can get around? I have a feeling it's pretty tough.
I mean, like, people aren't really like going outside for real. Like with like there's all right. Let me like rephrase that. White people are always out here walking around and stuff.
It's okay. You're in a safe space.
And
This
like
is a safe
getting
Zoom.
us all in trouble and stuff. Like we have a curfew and whatnot. Like our curfew is 7 o'clock, and they just don't care.
It's 10 o'clock.
So they walk in groups. And we don't enforce anything. Like you know what I mean? Like we don't have any fines. We don't have anything like that. Like one time I was driving after 7 and like a cop stopped me, but like he just asked me where I was coming from, and I just had to tell him I was coming from work. But they can't really do anything. They just like tell you to go home and like threaten you and stuff. But like nothing really is happening. I've been home.
Yeah.
I be home all the time. I go to leave for groceries.
Well, you look great, man.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yo, so I read that NY had like a complete shutdown because they underestimated everything. So I mean, how was that? Is that like true or like?
Yeah, it's bad. Even the hospitals, like, there's not enough beds, and like, it's like hella sad because like so many people are like passing away too, and like they don't even have like because people can't see them, and like I guess whatever COVID does, it remains in the body for like after you've died, like
no shit.
Like your family can't see you or something like that for like a certain amount of days even after you pass. And it's like it's really bad. Like all the hospitals are filled up, like everyone, like nurse wise, doctors and like therapists are like working around the clock. Like my mom is a therapist, so you know it's pretty bad right now.
Damn.
I think New York has like the most cases in the U.S. and I think New York passed like everywhere else in the world too. So I don't know what's good with that. That no one wants to stay home for some reason.
Yeah, I heard there were like protests about the stay-at-home order.
Bro,
So,
I don't know, man. Like I said before, I'm not saying like you're not gonna find any Asian people in this protest. Is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen many brown people out there either in all the pictures I've seen.
Yeah.
But
yeah, actually, no, I saw one. And I was so
he was
confused. I
paid,
like,
man.
"What, man? What are you doing?"
Yeah, dude, he's letting us down right now.
Yeah, I mean, you heard about Texas opening up, right? Isn't that like next week or something, or next month?
So bad. Yeah, dude, that is so bad. In Florida, like literally like 3 days ago, they opened up all the beaches.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I saw a picture of everybody walking their dogs and stuff out on the beach.
And it's so bad. It's crazy over there. And they're like their numbers are going up again. And they're like, I don't know how it happened. I'm like, we all do.
No,
we all know what happened.
Yeah. I'm always like kind of torn being in Japan though, because half of me is like I know they're just not telling us stuff. But then I'm almost like, maybe that's okay. It's like I'm not worried now. Like whatever, I'll just do what I gotta do and get my 2 free masks, which haven't come yet. Has anyone got their mask yet? No? Man, not even the Japanese?
Do you know when we're gonna have to sign up for the stimulus package as well? Because apparently everyone's getting 1K, right?
Apparently for the stimulus package. So they have like they've changed their policy now for the stimulus. So it's every person in the household gets the equivalent of like $1,000.
Yeah.
So if you have like a family of 3 and like 1-year-old kid, and it's $3,000. And the people that are eligible for it, if you've been in Japan for more, or the foreigners, I should say, if you've been in Japan for 3 or more months, and you have basically like beyond a visitor's visa, and you're here legally, they'll send you a application. So that's how you know if you're eligible or not, basically. And then you fill that out and take it to the kyakusho. But they're also saying they don't want people to go to the city ward, so they're gonna figure out a system to send it. And as you all know, in Japan, the only digital system they have to send stuff is fax machines. So I'm not really sure how they're.
Bro, I never learned how to use a fax machine.
Yeah, I've used it twice in my life. I go to the convenience store and stand in front of the machine for like 3 hours, looking like a real idiot. But this whole system too, even my it just seems like they're finally understanding now that inkang and like stamps aren't really efficient. Especially from working from home. So even people at my old employer are asking me to do a lot of hard work because they can't access their systems from home. So like billing, accounting, all of those transactional systems in Japan are all based in like physically being there, which sucks. But how's the market for you younger people looking for jobs? Is it pretty tough? Ambi, you're searching too. Shinji's never getting a job. He's gonna be a NEET for life.
And I think everyone's doing job hunting right now, but I haven't started anything yet.
Oh yeah?
Because like I'm not really thinking about applying for like Japanese companies. So I'm waiting for like some companies I'm interested in to apply it. But I feel like I already applied to one, and then they just texted me like the thing is like postponed right now, and I don't know how long I'm gonna wait for it. But other company, they just currently like stop hiring people. So I was like, oh, when should I start my job hunting?
Yeah, that is tough.
But my friend, like Japanese friend who is applying for Japanese company, they're doing like online thing. So
like online work.
I think people are you doing too?
Yeah.
How's it?
That sucks. Cause like you can't really, communicate with like a real person.
Right.
You just talk like online, and then done. So.
Yeah. I did like 1 minute video thingy, like film by yourself and just send it to them.
Or like.
But I've never tried like.
Yeah.
Video thing. Not like. What is it like? Nani? Something like online interview thingy.
Oh, like
I've
a chat
never done
thing.
this, so I'm really nervous.
So they basically. Go ahead, Sonika.
Not like online job interview. Like that, like just.
That seems really being in Japan for like what 13, 14 years now. Online interviews for most Japanese people that seems like a very awkward thing to do.
Yeah. True.
But so you guys are basically just like shooting videos, like upload video, and then like sending it to the employer, and they're just watching like thousands and thousands of videos. I feel like there's like a lot of bias in there if they do it that way. They're just gonna pick people who look the way they want them to look or talk the way they want them to talk. Right? Yeah. Oh well. We're all gonna be famous with the streaming platform that we're building now, so don't worry about it. Have you guys been doing any other like Zoom parties, or like getting drunk over Google Chat? No.
I do Zoom party, like, yeah.
I've been doing some Zoom drunken parties.
1 in 3 days.
Super cheap.
Sorry, what was the
Zoom party?
What was that?
What was the question?
I was asking, is anybody like drinking with the homies on Zoom and like Google Hangouts and shit like I have been doing?
Oh yeah. It's the only way we can link up now, right?
Yeah, sure.
I only use it for my job and class, so.
Are you right?
Zoom nomikai.
Zoom nomikai.
遅れてるわ。
Oh man.
That's so fun.
ちょっとキャッチアップできてないこのトレンドに。
じゃあ今度ただの飲み会パーティーしよ
It's
う
the
よ。
word. Ooh. Gotta
Like,
do-
why don't we use like virtual background thingy to like sakura and then do like hanami?
It's too late.
遅くないかな。
It can be.
遅いか。
No, it's okay. We can make it every day is hanami.
Or maybe beach で。
Yeah, beach background.
Birdie.
Okay, so
Just
next time
come
let's
party.
next talk thing we do. Let's all go to the beach.
Kind of
Big
sad.
Everyone has
Corona.
to do a beach thing.
At home and have a beach right now.
All right. So I think this wraps it up. A little bit smoother than last time. Still as awkward as always. That's because I'm here, so it's always going to be awkward until I'm gone. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Teg, how much work did you get done on the drawing?
Quite a lot.
Nice. Then I feel like
A
we've
lot of the shading is done.
Yeah.
helped to accomplish
Just
something
need to do the
tonight.
hat. Yeah.
ああ、すごい。
Nice.
Arigato.
Max, thanks for tuning in,
I'll
bro.
upload it like a proper picture on my story. So you can
Nice.
just check it out there.
Nice. You'll be blowing up in Korea soon, man.
Hopefully. Get every country.
Yo, Pax, thanks for coming through, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, back.
Always a pleasure.
Sweet. All right. I'm just gonna,
These guys.
creep on here for a little bit, but everybody, thanks.
Why is Shinji on mute though?
I don't know, man. Shinji's such a jerk. Haven't you
Alright,
seen?
man,
Haven't
thank
you
you,
seen?
guys.
Oh,
there
now
we
he
go.
comes on. So you know what Shinji does? Shinji has all these great ideas, and then he just makes people like me, and Ambi, and Tamaki, and you do it for him. He's a manipulator. He's a manipulator. He got me
面
to.
白いじゃん。
He got me to figure out all this streaming stuff. Look at my fucking
Not
room.
accurate, though.
Look at my fucking room. I don't do this for myself. Ambi's over here doing like fucking 3D tracking masks and stuff. Tamaki performs like a goddess every time she comes on here. You're drawn on your wall, man. And he must come all the way from Germany just to hang out with us. He's a manipulator. Watch out for him, man.
I don't know, man.
But how have you been, bro? You must be going crazy. You haven't met a person in like 10 days,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's been like 8 days, I think.
And you're not drinking either, right? I'm proud of you.
I'm like 8 days without
Sober.
alcohol. Sober.
Happy sober boy.
You look terrible.
Mereto.
Sober boy. I got this sober.
So yeah, it's been good.
Sober
Like,
boy.
Healthy life じゃん。
oh my god.
I am it, baby. Sorry, my bad.
My bad.
Man, this shit needs to end, bro. Oh, I wanted to share something with you guys, actually. I'm gonna go take us offline, though.
Screenshot?
Wait, is it live?
No, I'm gonna kill the live now.
Alright. Nice. ひろきさん、聞こえてるのかな?
I'm just gonna kill the live on YouTube. This will
Turn on
stay.
your
I'm just
camera.
not gonna record anymore.
Alright.
I'll let you know when it's dead.
Turn on your camera.
元気ですか?
안녕하세요.